Hey everybody, Black Ninja 797 here, and welcome back to another video. And today's video, what I want to talk about is my wants and desires for Overwatch 2. For those of you guys that don't know, Overwatch 2 was recently announced about a few weeks ago, and I am super excited for it. It's looking really good so far. I know a lot of people don't really sound interested in it, and I'm even skeptical myself because Blizzard normally doesn't make sequels. And I'm just hoping that whatever Overwatch 2 is that it's good. I don't want it to suck. I really hope it's good so badly. But this is going to be a video where I talk about my wants and desires for the game, so that way hopefully when it comes out it's good on launch and there's not any problems with it or anything like that. Now, a lot of these requests are based off of problems with the original Overwatch or the current Overwatch, so this might sound negative, but it's all in the spirit of trying to make sure that Overwatch 2 doesn't have problems and doesn't end up being a negative experience. I might be a little bit passionate about some of these issues, but I'm gonna try my best to not be, blatantly hating here. So these are my requests for Overwatch 2, and I might think of some along the way while I'm talking about the ones I already got on my list. But here we go. So this is my request for Overwatch 2. The very first request, and this is a big one, leaving penalties. These are going to be revolving around competitive for the most part, and you guys will probably kind of catch that vibe. For competitive, even in quick play and crap like that, like, there needs to be some form of, like, actual leaving penalty. And I don't mean the, like, 30 minutes, or day-long bans. I mean, like, actual penalties. Because people have lives. Like, even though we joke around saying there's people that don't have lives on these games, like, they'll find something else to do. They'll either get on a Smurf, or they'll end up, playing a different game. Like, there's nothing stopping someone from legit just getting on another account if they're one as banned. I've seen it happen so many times. So there needs to be something other than just a ban, for a day or two. There needs to either be something like you lose SR. Like, if you leave, like, a lot more SR than normal, not, like, just, like, a little bit, but, like a ton more. Like, a lot more. And maybe, like, a much longer ban. Because, like, I would say taking away stuff would be taking too far, but, like, they need to, like, take away the SR and make you have to, like, actually, like, earn it back. Or they need to make the leaving penalty, like, much more severe in terms of a ban. Like, make it days, not hours, Because I've seen way too many people that just don't care, and they have other stuff they can do, so it's not a big loss to them. It's not really like, oh, pff, you peasants, you dare challenge me to a ban match. Like, the people just don't care, so for the amount of people that leave and stuff like that, there just needs to be some way around it. And in fact, there's even a suggestion I have is that, like, if in competitive somebody leaves and they can't refill that spot, because I don't want to have joining session in progress. Like, screw that. I don't like games where that exists. Like, I would rather just have the people leave. But if they had to make it where they can't fill it in, either they should give the people that have their teammate leave a reward for staying, and not a penalty, basically, like, where it's a giant red thing saying, like, oh yeah, if you leave too, you're gonna be punished. Like, no, don't do that. That's just negative reinforcement. Do positive reinforcement. Like, incentivize people to stay. Don't, because people will just leave if they're pissed off enough. Like, they actually will. I've seen it happen. I've done it myself. Like, even I've had moments where, like, I've rage quit just because, like, everyone else rage quit. Like, you don't want to do negative reinforcement. That never works. I don't believe in that. And so you want to do something like, oh, if you stay, you get double SR, or if you stay, you get more competitive points, or if you stay, you get more XP. Something that incentivizes people to stay. Now, I know that this could sound like it'd be manipulated, where, like, somebody doesn't mind, taking the hit, or they'll get on a Smurf and they'll leave so their teammates can get XP. But, like, it probably is an easy way around it. Like, there should be a way you can tell if somebody's, like, force leaving. For example, if somebody has, like, a Smurf and they're leaving constantly, just make it where if it's, like, too many games in a row, like, they just can't ever use that account for that purpose. Like, legit perma-ban them, because that would be exploitable enough that I feel like a permanent ban is just. Like, yeah, just do that, And then I would also say that, like, for the negative part, for, like, the enemies, not their teammates, because I don't want to punish teammates that have their teammate just leave out of nowhere, but the one dude that specifically leaves, they should make it where if he ends up leaving, instead of just getting the normal, like, oh yeah, you're banned for 2 days, or even I was talking about, like, where you end up, losing, like, your SR significantly or get, like, a permanent ban or whatever, there should be almost like a in-game like kicking system. Like for example, if you see somebody and like it has them join, it should like say like this guy's a lever or whatever, or this guy's purposely throwing, would you like to kick him? And it should be able to allow you to kick him, because some people will throw but they won't leave, and they have it convincing enough. So like for example, there's people that don't rage quit. There's people that stay in the lobby, which I think is debatably worse, and they just literally screw with you the whole entire game, and they will not contribute, and they literally are just there so that way they can drop their own stats and take you with them. There should be an option to kick, but it has to be like something like where it's like unanimous. Otherwise, once again, it could be abused. Like all your teammates have to agree, and I feel like that would be just. I feel like that really, really would be just. But it doesn't have to be unanimous if it's like with you're in a party. If like for example, if the guy is like partied up with a 5 stack, the one dude that's not in this party should be the only one that needs to actually like say, hey, let's kick him. You know, I know that also sounds like it could be abused, but if a guy's in the party, he'll you know, have his teammates not vote to kick him. You know what I mean? Like, people will find ways around it. I'm trying to think of the loopholes at the same time in my head. But yeah, that's just one big thing, is just leaving. Seriously, people throwing and people leaving, that's gotta be fixed, because otherwise it's gonna kill Overwatch 2 immediately. I promise you that. Alright, that's the big number one. So now let's move on to some of the other, like, I guess not as serious stuff, but still serious enough. Another thing is just more game mode selection. This game, Overwatch, has had the same game modes for literally, like, the last couple of years. Like, why is Junkenstein's Revenge the only Halloween PvE event that we always get? Like you can't think of any other things Overwatch, like, for the, you know, Halloween PvE event? I mean, I understand that, you know, Overwatch 2 is going to be more based on PvE, and I understand that. That's, like, the main incentive about getting is the PvE. But more game modes in general. I don't like playing Mystery Heroes because it's not balanced. Like, it's just a game of who can get the Bastion first, basically. Competitive, unless you literally are partied up, it's unplayable solo for the most part. Free-for-all, I enjoy the most. Like, there needs to be more, like, free-for-all modes. Like, because 1v1s and, like, you know, deathmatch is, like, the only free-for-all based modes. TDM's okay. I would say that, like, that's the best team-based mode, other than like maybe like classic quick play. But there just needs to be like more game mode variety, and also more like non-teammate dependent game modes. Like, I don't want to play a game mode where it's literally 20 minutes of like just stalling and switching to Tracer, and then the one guy's always playing Bastion because he can't play anything else. Like, I don't want to do that. I'd rather would not waste my time. At least with the TDM, it's quick. Or free-for-all, it's not my teammate's fault. You know what I mean? So I would love to have that. Also, queue times. Queue times, like, I understand that got changed due to the fact that they're having role queue now. But, like, the fact that TDM and, like, all these other game modes, like TDM, Mystery Heroes, and everything, is the only thing I can pretty much play, because normal quick play and competitive's queue times are so long, is ridiculous. Like, sometimes I'll, like, be playing, and I legit have to wait, like, 20 minutes to play a game of competitive. When in TDM, I could just go like that. Like, I can immediately hop into, like, TDM, or Mystery Heroes, I can just go, bam, I'm just in the game. But with, like, competitive or quick play, because of the role queue feature now, especially if you're playing a DPS, it takes 20 minutes easily to get into a game. Easily. And it's ridiculous. Like, it shouldn't take that long. I understand that this is a first-person shooter, not a first-person healer, or a first-person tank, or whatever you want to call it. I understand people want to kill. But the fact that so many more people want to play DPS shows there's kind of an issue here. It literally, on my Xbox, will say 2 minutes for healer and tank, and 10 to 20 for a DPS. That shouldn't be happening. There's so much more people playing DPS, and the queue times are horrible. I can't get my DPS placements done sometimes. It literally will take me an hour for, like, 3 games. 3 games! Like, dude, the queue times gotta be fixed. Like, they either need to be, like, halved, or they need to make it where the other roles are more incentivizing for people to pick. I don't want the queue times longer for all the other roles. I want them to be shorter still. What I'm saying is there's gotta be some way you can take some of the DPS people and make them want to queue for healer or for tank somehow, some way. Like, there's gotta be something. Because the fact that, like, I can literally wait 20 minutes for one match is absurd. It's literally absurd. That shouldn't be happening. That's like waiting in a line at like a Disney ride for 20 minutes. Just like, yeah, I'll do it, but I don't want to. I really don't want to. I'm miserable. So, like, they really got to also fix the queue times. What else? More cosmetics would be appreciated. Skins and golden guns, like, they're cool, but for the amount that it takes them to get, and sometimes when characters get nerfed or buffed, like when you're in the middle of trying to work on one. Like, for example, there's been so many times where I've had a character, right, and I'm trying to work towards getting their golden gun, and then just as I'm getting it, they nerf the character, and the character is not fun, and the golden gun is wasted. Like, that is absolutely ridiculous, and it makes me feel like I wasted my time. So there needs to be something, like, other than skins and other than gold guns, like, more cosmetics. So, like, not voice lines, not like emotes. There needs to be more of, like, something more with like a pop to it, like something more with like an oomph to it. Maybe like death effects, or like character animations, like not like emotes, but like death animations, or like executions, maybe stuff like that. Something that would give it like a little bit more pizzazz into Overwatch. Like, if I wanted to, I should be able to go as Genji and sneak up behind somebody. And if I, like, go up to somebody and they're a complete idiot and I'm able to, like, hold, thumbstick on them, I should be able to do, like, some really cool execution on them. Maybe that might be a little bit too gory, I understand. But, like, it doesn't have to be gory. Like, it could just be something really cool. Like, it doesn't have to be Mortal Kombat style. It could just be, like, oh, like, I just, I killed the guy by snapping his virtual neck. Like, it doesn't have to be, like, guts flying everywhere. So I would love to have, like, something cool, like executions or death, emotes, or, like, death effects. That'd be really, really cool. Like, that would be something on top of the golden guns or the skins that would give the game more flavor, more feel, more oomph. So that would be really, really cool, and I would love to see more cosmetics, because it's getting to the point where, like, it's just like, oh, I have another spray. Oh, I have another voice line. Oh, I have another emote. It's just like, what I mean? Like, it just gets stale. Like most people, like, the thing is they want to kill on the fly. They want to just be able to just go, go, go. Like, most people don't really want to stop to emote. Like, especially, like, in a first-person shooter. Maybe, like, a MOBA, or maybe, like, an app. But, like, nobody's going to be like, oh, yeah, let me just, scroll through all my 80, like, unless it's Fortnite. But, like, nobody's like, hey, let me scroll through my 80 emotes here, and see if I can find something to BM you with. Like, Fortnite, like, it makes sense because there's one life, and a lot of people, are careful. So, like, you don't have to worry about someone blindly respawning on you and being like, oh, I have no penalty for just getting you in the middle of doing this. And then it's just like, dude. So, yeah, that would be really, really appreciated. Another thing I would say is that there should be a way, this might sound a little bit silly, but there should be a way to have some sort of spectating or, like, theater-based mode in Overwatch 2. Theater mode, so that way you can get, like, better YouTube video quality, or be able to see what happened, or some sort of spectating thing. So, for example, like, when you load into a game for somebody, right, you should be able to not necessarily be, like, third person, but be able to, like, almost like Codcast, where you'd be able to, like, see all around the map and see what a team's doing, and then another team's doing, stuff like that. But you shouldn't be able to, like, be in somebody's party, because otherwise they can give callouts. Like, just as yourself, without being in parties or whatever. Like, I'm pretty sure they would hopefully be able to find some way around it. Kind of like forced game chat used to be a thing. They should be able to have it where you can't be in a party, at least on next gen. I don't know. But, like, being able to, like, codcast or, like, see everything going on would be so much more incentivizing than just blindly spectating. Because sometimes spectating, like, a whole bunch of bad people just gets annoying and really, 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 like, just sad. It just gets pathetic. So I would love to see better spectating and, third person, first person, like, all those options, being able to, like, see both teams. That'd be really, really cool. We could probably work something out for that. And theater mode in general just be good, just in case there's something BS. Like, the highlights are cool, but I would love to see, like, a third person being able to, like, go in slow motion theater mode, so I can see if something happened that looked fishy, I can just jump right on it. Plus, also be good for, like, reporting hackers, reporting stuff like that. It'd be really, really good for that sole purpose. See, the thing is, though, right, is that when it comes to Overwatch, I understand you can't remove characters, because there's people that, like, work on them, and they get their golden guns and stuff like that, and I personally don't want to see them that way either. But what I would love to see is a option for a game mode where instead of it having the roll queue, it's a ban and protect system. They had this in Black Ops 3, and I've seen this in other competitive games. It's where when you load up into a competitive match, this might make queue times even longer, but it'd be so worth it in the process. It's where you literally, like, you have your team, and you have the enemy team, and then whatever order you want to be, it could be like one full team first, or the other full team first, or one from each team, and they keep switching back and forth. And they each get a choice. They can either protect one item, or ban one item. Not protect and ban, because that would be a little bit ridiculous, because otherwise you'll run out of stuff. But, like, protect or ban one item, and then they switch. That other next person protects or bans one item, and then they switch. So that way you can have your certain character stay in the game, and that way the other player, depending on the order, has a chance to ban that certain character. That way the characters are not removed from the game, but if you want to play a game where someone cannot play that specific character, then it's an option. So for example, if I wanted to play competitive, but I did not want to play against Mei, I could be like, my thing is banning Mei, then you cannot use Mei in this lobby. If you don't want to, tough crap, you gotta leave the game. That would be amazing. Or if I want to, I could be like, I'm playing Reaper, I'm protecting Reaper, you can't do anything about it, leave my game. That would be amazing. It would be so nice, because that way people can play whatever they want, and if they have their character banned, then they have to actually also play a new character. I understand that a lot of people might just leave, but that's where like the ban penalty or like the leaving system might be going in place, because it will force people to like play new characters. And if they want get their account banned, so be it. But for the rest of the people that want to stay, it'll make so that way they have more fair lobbies, or they don't have to be as annoyed, and it forces people to play new characters, play new roles, do a whole bunch of cool stuff. It makes people actually play the game instead of just literally insta-lock Widowmaker or insta-lock Bastion or whatever have you. It will just make the game overall more better. And I feel like that this is just some request that could easily be fulfilled, and it will allow Overwatch 2 to be the best game possible for when it comes out. I just really hope, I really truly hope that the game just does not suck. It has good microtransactions. It has a whole bunch of fun and innovative gameplay features and everything like that. I just don't want the game to suck. That's one of my biggest worries. But the good news is, though, is that Overwatch 2, it's not like it's rushed where it's like COD every single year. It's been like 4 years for Overwatch. So hopefully this new one will be good. I'm having, optimistic high hopes, but I'm going to be, realistic at the same time. We'll just have to play it by ear. But anyways, guys, this is today's video. I hope you guys ended up enjoying. Please let me know in the comment section down below what you think about my thoughts and opinions. And also let me know yours as well. Is there a certain thing you want to see in Overwatch 2 or a certain thing not in Overwatch 2? Please let me know. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you guys end up enjoying, make sure you end up dropping a like and then also subscribing if you're new. And I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching, and peace out.